Hi, today Ask F5 shows you how to configure your BIG-IP ASM system antivirus protection. You can configure the BIG-IP ASM system to check requests for viruses by configuring the system to connect with an Internet Content Adaptation Protocol ICAP server. When you configure antivirus protection, the system connects to an external ICAP server and prompts the server to inspect uploads and attachments for viruses before releasing the content to the pool members. You can configure the BIG-IP system to perform content inspection on binary data for the following types of data only. The BIG-IP ASM attack signature engine protects non-binary data. For detailed information, refer to this article linked below. First, you need to configure an ICAP server that the BIG-IP system will connect to. To do so, log into the configuration utility, go to Security, Options, Application Security, Integrated Services, Antivirus Protection. For server host name IP address, enter the ICAP server host name or IP address. For server port number, enter the ICAP server port or leave the default value of 1344. Select the Guarantee Enforcement checkbox if you want the system to perform virus checking, even if performing checking may slow your web applications. Select Save. Configure antivirus blocking. To configure antivirus blocking, go to Security, Application Security, Policy Building, Learning and Blocking Settings. Expand Antivirus and select either or both the Alarm and Block checkboxes for the virus detection violation. Select Save. To activate the security policy changes immediately, select Apply Policy. To configure the ICAP URI and the virus header name settings in the system variables, go to Security, Options, Application Security, Advanced Configuration, System Variables. Select the ICAP URI parameter name. Enter the URI for the ICAP service in the parameter value setting, which checks requests for viruses by connecting to the ICAP server. Select Update. Select the virus header name parameter name. Enter the header name used by an antivirus program on an ICAP server in the parameter value setting. By default, the system supports an ICAP server with McAfee antivirus protection X virus name X infection found. If you are using different ICAP servers, change this to the appropriate header value or specify multiple header values separated by commas. For those values, refer to this article linked below. Select Update. Now you need to restart the ASM service. Note that this step causes a brief traffic interruption. Also note that you must perform this action from the command line interface for the systems you're configuring. Go to the command prompt, then enter the following command: tmsh restart sys service ASM. To restart multi-slot devices, use the following command: clsh tmsh restart sys service ASM. To configure antivirus scanning for HTTP file uploads and SOAP attachments, go to Security, Application Security, Security Policies, Policies list. Select the name of the security policy. Select General Settings. Under Integrated Services, select Scan HTTP Uploads. To perform antivirus scanning on SOAP attachments, select the relevant XML profiles from the Scan SOAP attachments on the following XML profiles list. Select Save. To activate the security policy changes immediately, select Apply Policy. To configure antivirus scanning for email attachments, go to Security, Options, Application Security, Advanced Configuration, System Variables. Under System Variables, make sure that the values for the ICAP URI, which is the URI for the ICAP service, and virus header name, the header name used, parameters correspond to your ICAP's server settings. If you change the values, make sure to select Update. Go to Security, Protocol Security, Security Profiles, SMTP. Select Create to create a new SMTP security profile. Define the appropriate settings for the profile. For the virus detection setting, select either or both the Alarm and Block checkboxes. Select Create to create the new profile. To configure antivirus scanning for base64 encoded XML elements, go to Security, Application Security, Content Profiles, XML Profiles. Select the appropriate XML profile. Select the Value Masking tab. In the name list, select the element and enter the element name used to store the base64 encoded file, and select Add. Select Update. To configure antivirus scanning for the XML element, follow the steps in the Configure Antivirus Scanning HTTP File Uploads and SOAP Attachments procedure demonstrated earlier in this video. To activate the security policy changes immediately, select Apply Policy. You can view reports for antivirus detection by doing the following. Go to Security, Reporting, Application Charts. Select top viruses detected in the charts list. The system displays the detected viruses over time. And that's it. If you have questions or comments, please send us an email. Thank you for watching.